Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another pickups video. And it's been a while since I've done one of these. Sometime in June, I believe, and now it's the 9th of August. It's actually been a while since I've done any videos, but I've already kind of explained that before. It's summertime, and I'm just all the other things that I have been trying to keep up on have kind of gotten put on the back burner while it's summertime. So anyway, this video here, I believe I have 8 different things that I've picked up since the last video. Hopefully I'm not missing anything or re-showing anything, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I guess I didn't really separate these out like I like to, so we'll do that real quick. Alright, that's good enough, I would say. So, anyway, my pickups have slowed down a whole lot because of money issues. I don't have as much money to spend, but I've also cut down on how freely I spend money on stuff like movies and music and video games. But as I said, within the last month and a half or so, I've managed to pick up the following items. I'm going to start with a CD. This is Sia, 1000 Forms of Fear. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I've already talked about her once before in a video, but either shortly after or shortly before I did that video, I bought this CD because I really loved the Chandelier song, and from what I've had a chance to listen to on this, it's all really good. Sadly, I haven't been able to listen to the whole thing because my MP3 player is so full of music right now that I don't have room to put the entire CD on it. And that's how I like to do it. I like to fill the entire CD up, or put the entire CD on my MP3 player and then listen to it for a while and then kind of weed out my favorite songs. But it's a great CD from what I've heard of it so far. Alright, now we'll jump into movies and TV shows. And we'll start with this. This is the Tomb Raider Collection DVD. Sorry about the glare from my monitor. This has both Lara Croft Tomb Raider and Lara Croft Tomb Raider The Cradle of Life, the 2 Tomb Raider movies that were made starring Angelina Jolie. My opinion on these movies is that they were okay, but I love the Tomb Raider series so much that when I saw this is both movies on DVD, not Blu-ray, but for $4 I thought this was worth getting on DVD. I have a sneaky suspicion that somewhere over there in my movies I may already have these two, so if that's the case, then I'll just sell off probably the well, I'll sell one of them off or give them away to a friend or something. Okay, the next 2 things I have are Blu-rays. One is a movie called Parts Per Billion. This was just a movie that looked really interesting when we got it at Walmart. It's a like end of the world biological catastrophe type movie, which I really love. Like anything from well, now my brain's gonna go blank for a moment, but there's a lot of great movies out there that where like most everybody dies because of an airborne bacteria or virus or something like that, or the zombie apocalypse style movies, nuclear war, any of those kind of movies that have sort of like the end of the world and there's only a small group of people left over. Those are movies that I really enjoy. They're usually pretty good. And this one has an interesting, I haven't watched it yet, but this one has an interesting facet to it where apparently they have a lot to do, this has a lot to do with like relationships and things. Even the tagline on the front says, "When the earth ends, will love survive?" It's kind of an interesting thing to think about. Most people just think of whether or not you'll survive, whether or not you'll be able to eat, whether or not you won't get killed or something like that. So I'm looking forward to checking it out one of these days. And then I've got up next is Bad Grandpa .5. Unexpected release. I haven't even seen the first one yet, even though I think I was highlighted in one of my last pickup videos. But it's from Johnny Knoxville and the Jackass crew, and I just love Jackass stuff. I did that video recently about it, so in fact I showed this off in that video, even though I hadn't done the pickups video about it. And then I have 2 television show seasons to show off. First up is Xena Warrior Princess Season 5. I thought that I had picked up Season 4, but I only have Seasons 1 through 3 in this. I don't know how that happened. Season 4 came out sometime early last year, and I missed it, so I got to figure out how I'm going to pick that up at some point, just so I can have a full current release set of these newer Xena releases. And I have an interesting story to tell on this last TV show before I jump to the couple games I picked up. I'll be talking more about this show at some point in the future. This is Season 6 of Star Trek Next Generation on Blu-ray. I've been picking up all the seasons as they've come out. There's only one more to go. I love this show, and these Blu-ray sets are amazing. The episodes look phenomenal. Like, you wouldn't realize this was a show that's more than 20 years old. But I hadn't intended to buy this when it came out. Excuse me. It was originally to be released, I believe, in early June, and then it got pushed back to either late June or maybe even into sometime in July. And I had it pre-ordered on Amazon. I pre-order a lot of stuff as soon as the announcement is made that it's coming out, that there's a date or whatever. Video games and stuff like this, I'll pre-order them just so that I kind of like feel confident that I've got a pre-order for it, so I won't so I won't forget, or so I'll even get emails from Amazon when release dates change, when prices change. And I had meant to delete my pre-order for this because it was going to be like $70+, and I just knew I wasn't going to have that kind of money. But I forgot. I took for granted. It's kind of the same reason why I'm currently have paid for a year of Amazon Prime and I've barely used it. It's why I paid for a month's worth of Netflix and didn't use it. I just forgot to get in there and cancel those things before they actually charged me. Well, one Sunday, I believe it was, a few weeks back, I checked my email, and I have an email from Amazon saying, your order has been shipped. And I'm like, what order? I haven't ordered anything. And all of my pre-orders, because I didn't think of this one, like all my video game pre-orders are for, like, October is the earliest on any of the games I have pre-ordered. So I was like, what is this? So I clicked to open the email, and it said my Season 6 Star Trek Next Generation was shipped and was on its way. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I don't have $70 to drop on this all at once. But sure enough, it arrived on the Tuesday of its release, and I was like, what am I going to do? I mean, the sensible thing to do probably would have been to have sent it back and went through all of that hassle just to get refunded the money. But it's Star Trek, and I love it, and there it was in my hands, so for better or for worse, I decided to keep it. One nice thing, though, was that Amazon has a price guarantee, and whatever the lowest price is from when you pre-order it to when it releases, that's the price you get. And on the day it released, it dropped to like $50-some, so I got a refund of $16 or $17 anyway, so that was nice. It was a consolation prize, to say the least. But that's my interesting little story about that there. I whenever the last season comes along, I'll be like excited, but I won't be pre-ordering it because I don't want to mess up like that again. I'll buy it when I'm able to afford it. Alright, the last two things I got are a couple of video games that were $20, so here and there on paydays when I had some surplus cash, I decided to splurge. I got Sniper Elite V2, the Silver Star Edition for the Xbox 360. Being that this is not a game that, I mean, it's got multiplayer, I'm sure, but it's online and I don't do Xbox Live Gold. And since my PS3's HDMI is kaput, 360 is my game system of choice right now for, getting the best out of the graphical look of a game. So I picked this up for the 360 because it was cheap. And this version includes bonus content. It has 5 additional DLC packs, including Assassinate the Fuhrer, new weapons, new multiplayer modes, new maps. I don't know, the Sniper Elite games have always just looked really interesting. They have the very, very cool X-ray kill cam, and you can't totally see it here, but like it's kind of showing, the bullet going through, and then the game shows you organs getting destroyed and bones that are getting pulverized. And so I wanted to check that out. And then Sniper Elite 3 is out, so if this is cool, I'll probably pick that one up. And then the first game was out on the PS2. It's not too expensive. I looked it up, so that'd be another pickup at some point in the future. And the other thing I bought is a PS3 game, and it's Assassin's Creed Black Flag. This had dropped to $20 at my Walmart, and I was like, now I'll have all the Assassin's Creed games that I really care to own, with the exception of the Liberation HD digital download, which is either a PSP or a PS Vita Assassin's Creed game that has been made available on the PlayStation Store, the PSN Store, to buy. It's $20 though, and it's going to be a while before I play it, so I'm like, I'll get that at some point. But these physical ones, I don't know, I just feel really comfortable snagging them and having them in my collection. But the other day, an announcement was made that in addition to the Unity game, Assassin's Creed Unity, that's coming to PS4 and Xbox One, we're going to get an exclusive PS3 and 360 Assassin's Creed game. It's called Rogue, that is separate from Unity. It's not like a dumbed-down version of Unity. So we may actually get one more decent Assassin's Creed game for the last generation before it's completely shut down. I'm a fan of the Assassin's Creed games, and I'm glad to have them, and I'm going to go through all the games eventually and give them all a look-see. But I'm glad that there'll be at least one more available for what I play my games on. So that wraps up this pickups video. As I think I said in the last one, I don't know when the next one of these will be. Money's tighter than ever right now, so extra little purchases like this are few and far between. But I can't completely shut myself off from buying stuff that I enjoy. So there'll be something at some point. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.